Alright, well, if my computer stops having a fucking heart attack here, we'll play a game. Really good fucking hand. I've made a lot of changes to the deck recently. Been trying. I cut the natural order package. It was just not very good. It was very win more. Freed up a few slots, and one of the cards I added was this expedition map, which is going to be really good here. But we've got a Crucible Engine online with just a Soul Ring, so a very compact hand. Good card advantage early. One of our key untapper cards. So we're looking excellent here. Because we can just go Soul Ring into map. I don't think we need to pop the pedal anytime soon. We can save that. We can go Soul Ring into map and then turn to Crucible refetch. And then pop Read the Bones from there. Bob's turn. Got it. Make sure I'm not skipping my turn. I would have drawn a card if it was my turn. But yeah, map was one of the cards we added for the natural order package that was unnecessary. Lion's Eye Diamond's not bad. Go get Bayou. Red is the least important color in this deck, so. And we're going to be making a play turn 1. Soul Ring. And map. And even if our Soul Ring gets turn 1 blasted, we can crack the pedal into the map if we absolutely have to. So this hand without a second land is kind of open, since we can't power the Crucible out if the Soul Ring gets turn 1 Vandal blasted. Since there's no green, there's no Nature's Claim. But we still got to get through Nekasar, but he's mold down, so I'm not really too worried about him. This guy mold down as well, so their hands aren't extremely good here. So really, it's just, does Orzo have the turn 1 Vandal Blast to piss me off here, yes or no? If not, we're in a pretty good spot, because we just Crucible off this, we got our land back out, and then we're off to the races there. And at that point, whether I lose the Crucible or the Ring, it's really not a problem, and that's a tap land, so let's see if Nekasar, I guess White could be playing Disenchant as well. Disenchant's a very good card. So we just got to dodge artifact removal for a single turn, and then we should be okay with this hand. And then because our gas density is so incredibly high, and we're going to be getting to prosh, the Soul Ring will put us up 2. So we'll at least get prosh by turn 4. We can use the pedal potentially to get him on the turn 3 off this Crucible. If we don't want to use the Read the Bones, since we can go straight for the Cradle on our next turn with the map. And we even have an untap for the Cradle. And then we can use the Read the Bones, potentially get a turn 4 kill with this hand, because it had the Soul Ring. Doesn't win turn 3 that often. I had a turn 3 kill the other day, but I didn't even cast the prosh. I just had a Soul Ring Puriphos God of the hand, where I had Suprawling Symbiosis, and I just like Storm 4. My 4 Storm was tutoring Empty the Warrens, and I had like exactly enough mana. I had like a Seething Song. Can't remember what the whole thing, I think it was like Mox Diamond, Crop Rotation, Seething Song, Demonic Tutor. And another fetch off the top, so not necessarily what we need with the fetch already there, but it's not bad. It's a different color fetch. So we'll Crucible, we'll keep this as a +1 card just in case this dies, and not cast this, and just cast from the graveyard. Something we said for just mapping now, since it would pretty much net us 2 mana with this Lotus Petal. It's tempting. Since we're going to get Cradle anyway, I kind of want to just get Badlands. Though I can get a tap land if I'm not using it. So the question is, do I want to sack the pedal now to use the map, or do I want to be able to prosh faster? I think prosh faster is just a faster Goldfish overall, so we're just going to go tap Blood Crypt. Even though this is a red-only fetch. You could have got Overrun too. There's something to be said for that, but I'm not too concerned about it at this point. We have already got over the hump, so the weakest part of the deck we've already pretty much dealt with here. Probably Random Mana Rock, yep, from Duretti. What's this guy playing? Mo just got out of the slaughter. Maybe weird stack, I don't know. Not so good land, in my opinion. It looks okay. Those lands are actually pretty playable if you're playing, like, pretty damn good, actually, if you're playing more than 35 lands, which most people do. I guess, I don't think Nekusar players, most of them, wheel right away, even though that would be the better version of that shard. Plus, he didn't really put anything into play, so he doesn't really want to wheel. So it's okay that I kind of held these cards. I mean, technically, if I wanted to, I could be incredibly greedy and read the bones and use Diamond to cast prosh if my read the bones is bad, but that's super, super all in. Hopefully this is Party Jace, because he's Nekusar. I wouldn't mind that one bit. He'll probably at least plus him one time, though he might not. No. Good play here. There's nothing that threatens him. He can always Party Jace him on the next turn if anyone plays a creature. I would probably minus there as well. So, cantrips for 3. I'm not too worried about that. I'm really not worried about mono white player at all. White doesn't actually have as much artifact kill in their pie as they used to that's solid. They get Disenchant. They can play Seal of Cleansing, though most people don't play that. They usually want to play Return to Dust would actually be kind of gross on me right now, but he's still a turn away from that. That's pretty heavily played. Even though I don't know how I feel about it. It's a pretty good card. The Exile's fairly relevant, I guess, but stops yawgwin, I guess. Or if you're killing like big threats with it later. Cabal Ritual. Interesting. I think I just want to keep my fetch engine moving. And just, do I want to use Cabal Ritual or Petal for prosh? It's an interesting decision. We'll go get the Tomb and we'll shock. Though I guess I could have got a basic just in case I Earthcraft. And we'll prosh a turn early. Yeah, so far I'm liking having a couple faster cards in the deck, though I think the only one I added that I drew this game was the map. But had that really been anything else, I guess NO would have been decent here, but since NO doesn't really have a card draw engine, since the prosh tokens are red and I can't run Regal Force, let's say that was the card, it still wouldn't be very good here. It's just kind of a win more. I put a bunch more tokens in play, but until I get a gas card, it's not going to matter. And once I have a gas card with the Cradle, I'm just going to be able to do something stupid with it. But we've got more than enough mana to read the bones, because we can just turn the Soul Ring into a Cradle, essentially on our next turn, and ignore this Crucible's work that it's done for us. And they can't really answer the Cradle simply with something like that Ghost Quarter right there, because I can just bring it back with this Crucible. But it's still a good pull, though. We'll see if he taps it, though. I have a feeling he taps down for Duretti, and then just does the little Faithless Looting type deal. Though it's not quite Faithless Looting, you gotta discard first, so it's kind of like bad Faithless Looting, but it's still good in red to be able to have the filter. Oh, Chuck Diver, interesting. Does he even have anything? No. But it's when it dies anyway. Kind of surprised he didn't go for the Duretti. Guess that means his hand is fairly good. And he doesn't keep the Ghost Quarter open either. He keeps Mind Stone open, which is fairly curious. I don't really see the point in doing that. The Ghost Quarter can do everything this Mind Stone can. You can't pay for the sack right now. And he goes straight up to his general. These enchantment journals you try to throw out pretty much as fast as possible. I would rather take the damage than sack a pretty much essentially Llanowar Elf. Be nice to just top deck one of my zillion gas cards, because we got 3 cards that draw equal to our creatures. Great Aurora would be disgusting. Necro would be disgusting. Necro wouldn't be as good. But that's a sad thing. Necro probably wouldn't be as good as just a giant draw spell, because it's just slower. But with the Rude Awakening, one of those giant draw spells will just end a game. top of deck tutor goes into hand, so I can actually use one because of the read the bones. Expensive into hand tutor will still work. I might even be able to pull off Great Aurora. And the Crucible is actually be netting me the +1. This is one of the reasons some of those cards like the Cultivate and the Read the Bones are good. Just even the plus a single card is actually really good here. And then we can put the rituals. We probably won't crack the diamond to... you don't really crack diamond to Great Aurora, though you might just play diamond to be able to crack it with your next hand. Because you don't really want to lose the cards. Cause you still get access to them, you're pretty much losing half card. But with this Rude Awakening, because we're going to go into the Cradle, we can pretty much do anything we want. We just need any kind of tutor or big hit card. And if not, we'll just read the bones and dig for one. And we'll bin anything it's not, so we get to see pretty much 5 cards to look for it. Which is nice. So, do I want to sack a land or elf? No. You may. I don't. Empty the awareness, that's interesting. That could be good. But since we didn't hit what we wanted here, we'll immediately map into our Cradle for the big mana boost. And then we'll read the bones off the Cradle and go from there. The green land. Don't want either of those. Increasing ambition. So Cradle nets me, Rude Awakening nets me, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So this nets me 5, this nets me 1. So 6 plus mana from 7 is 13. And then ambition goes down to, yeah, we're going to take that line. So I could crack the diamond, though I don't really think I want to. We'll do untaps. Yeah, let's do untap. Because we need the red, right? Or can we just, yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll do untap. No, not concede. Untap. I don't know if fraps is lagging me out or what. We'll use the green. It would be depressing if my space on the computer is like gone again or something. And potentially we can just get another untap and then just re-increasing ambition from the yard if we wanted to with the diamond, and then we could just kill him. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. I want to do, god damn. Lag of hell, dude. Well, you may end up not getting to see how I fucking kill them if this lag persists, because I'm fairly certain it's fraps. I'll tell you how the game ended if it, craps out on me here. Oh my god.